Boxing. I'm your host, JSmiff, and you already know what it is, man. We talking boxing. We doing what we do. So this live is really to tell you guys about the next live. What are we gonna be talking about? We 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 gotta spend some time talking about these matters. Um, Yesterday was a great night of boxing. Got some good fights. Got some surprises. So it all started with Mark Bacoli and Efe Ajagba. That fight, it was very close. It looked like Ajagba edged it out. But that wasn't the case, or at least from the judge's perspective, and the fight was scored a draw. So I don't know if those two guys will end up doing a rematch or are they headed in different directions. But it was a very good fight. But Coley, with a full training camp, showed that he's a lot better than what we saw the last time around. And the Jagba shows that he, a top level fighter as well. Good fight. It was a draw. Jaime Munguia versus Bruno Soras. And listen, that's a fight that I was really looking forward to, simply because Bruno Soras pulled off a major upset in their first fight. Nobody was expecting it. People were thinking that Munguia was going to stop him. Munguia was going to get the knockout victory over Soras, and that didn't happen. It was a major upset. Most of us didn't even know Bruno Soras before he faced Munguia. And the rematch was yesterday. First of all, I like the heart of a champion, the heart of a lion that Jaime Munguia has to get stopped and go for the immediate rematch. That shows heart. Yesterday, I felt like I noticed part, at least, of the adjustments that Munguia made. He did not allow Soras to outwork him. You see that Munguia was very consistent with that jab. Kept that jab out there. Good stiff jab. Another thing, every time they closed the gap, you saw Munguia with the left hooks and the right hooks to the body. So he kept Soras honest. He kept them, humbly guessing. And and you could see that Sorasi was very hesitant. It wasn't like in the first fight where you saw Soras with a combination punching consistently, outworking Munguia. He couldn't do it in this fight. He just wasn't able to. Went the distance. Jaime Munguia wins by unanimous decision. And that was the decision I was actually expecting. I was live. I was calling that fight. And I told you guys, this is a unanimous decision win by Jaime Munguia. Now, after that, we got Badu Jack. I can't remember his opponent's name. And that fight was interesting. Badu Jack did what he had to do to walk out of there with the W. They both had their moments. His opponent had some moments too where he landed some big shots on him. But ultimately, Badu Jack walked out of there the winner and the only fighter with that green belt. Because somehow, some way, they both ended up with a WBC belt. I don't know what the hell happened. But now, Badu Jack is the lone WBC champion in the division. And Canelo Alvarez versus William Skull. What a fight. What a fight, my peoples. Canelo Alvarez versus William Skull. It played out a lot like I told you guys that it would. If you've been following me, if you've been on the live with me, you know that I said that William Skull, a very tall guy, a lot of reach. That Cuban style of boxing where he's going to utilize that footwork. Man, listen. Skull utilized every single square inch of that ring with that lateral movement, going to the left, going to the right, faking to one side, going to the other, and Canelo chasing him around. So, you could say it was a boring fight, but it was that type of fight because that's what William Skull made it. You know, at times I felt like he wasn't there actually trying to beat Canelo. He was more trying to avoid getting knocked out. That's what it looked like to me. He's trying not to get knocked out as opposed to wanting to win the fight. John Parham, speaker a little bit off. What's the deal, my brother? So I don't got the microphone on me. That's why I'm gonna have to start using my other phone to go live. Sasha Austria, hello, Sasha. So yeah, my people, these fights were very good. Now Canelo Alvarez was able to beat William Skull. Like I just told you, I felt like Skull was there to survive, to go the distance, to be able to say, hey, I didn't get stopped, I didn't get knocked out by Canelo. So he was successful when it comes to that. It was good. He was able to stay away from a lot of punishment. But the highlight of the night for me, I have been calling it. I have been telling people, yo, listen, I saw Terrence Crawford in the venue, and I said to a lot of people, and I said it on my live, hey, look, after Canelo beats William Skull, Terrence Crawford should climb the ring and make it official. And that's exactly what they did. When I saw His Excellency Turkey Al Sheikh climb the ring and say everybody get off the ring, Crawford come up, obviously I already knew what was coming. I was super excited. Crawford went in the ring, and that's it, my peoples. Terrence Buck Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez is official for September 12th. Can't wait for that fight. I cannot wait for that fight, my people. To everybody that's been telling me, that Canelo's gonna knock out Crawford or that Canelo's gonna wash him, that's it. We're gonna find out. No more talking. No more wondering if the fight is actually gonna happen. I had so many people ask, yo, is this fight actually gonna happen? Is it actually gonna happen? Well, it's official. It's gonna happen in September. I can't wait. I can't wait for this fight, my people. I think, and I've been telling everybody, it's not that I think Crawford is gonna wash Canelo. Nobody washes Canelo. Okay, Liam, I lost the parlay. Damn, brother, it happens. It happens. We're not gonna get every parlay. Um, I don't think Crawford is gonna wash Canelo. I don't think he's gonna stop him. In all honesty, I just feel like he's gonna outbox him. He's gonna do what he needs in order to win by unanimous decision. And it's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be a competitive fight. But there you have it, my people. Anyways, I just wanted to go up in here and do a little recap with you guys about yesterday's fights. But keep this in mind, my people. At around 10 a.m. Eastern Time, in about 2 hours, I am gonna go live so we could talk about these fights. You guys can tell me what you think. What you think about um, the fight with Bacoli and Ajagbe. Do you think that should have been a draw? A lot of people saying that Ajagbe got robbed. It felt like he outworked um, Martin Bacoli for long stretches. But let's see what you guys think because Bacoli did land some big shots. And in the later rounds, you can see that he was stepping up his game as well. So I'm interested in seeing what you guys think. Should this have been scored a draw or was Ajagbe robbed? We got to talk about Munguia. Look at his lion heart. He got stopped by an opponent and took the immediate rematch. Made the right adjustments, came back, walked out of there with a W, with a convincing W. So you have to, I really appreciate fighters that can do that. That's why losing is not like the end all be all. He lost to Suarez, but look what he did in the rematch. And of course, Canelo Alvarez versus Williams Skull. I want to see what you guys got to say about that fight, man. I want to see it. Um, so my peoples, John Parham, I was cool with a draw. I was cool with it too. Honestly, I felt like Jagba edged it out, but there were so many swing rounds that I felt like, you know what, I'm okay with the draw. It could have been a draw. Oscar Perez, we need that rematch, but Cody dragged him into the fight. It wasn't suited for Ajagba. Phil Ajagba had more success going forward in the distance. I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. But it felt like Ajagba edged it out slightly to me. Let's see, maybe they do the immediate rematch. If they do the immediate rematch, we're going to get that action. But my peoples, I'm about to get the hell out of here. Shout out to John Parham, Liam, Oscar Perez, and everybody else who showed up for this live. And like I said, at 10, around 10 in the morning, in 2 hours, I'm gonna go live again so we could talk about these fights, man. We gotta talk about it. Damn, my people, why y'all did me wrong like this? I just got one like after 10 minutes of politicking with y'all. That's crazy work, my people. At least hit that like button for y'all boy JSmiff. But anyways, y'all already know what it is, man. I'm JSmiff. This is Box Center, your favorite boxer, favorite boxing show. See you at around 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And we're gonna talk boxing, my people. We're gonna talk about it. Bam. Peace out, yo.